stand-up comedian. Can you believe it? Let's give a warm welcome for Christopher Gibb. Give him a big hand. Come on, put your hand together for him. Chris Gibb.
All right, my comedy debut and half a fucking Amherstburg. That's just great. Well, I guess we've got a fundraiser here tonight for the Catch Me Owl, right? Consider yourselves lucky that you got this spot because the town of Amherstburg has the next 4 weekends booked to try and raise money to pay down their debt. Now, believe it or not, Amherstburg, I don't know how many people know this. This is a true story. Fort Malden in Amherstburg used to be an insane asylum. Did you know that? You didn't know that? It did. At one time it was an insane asylum. And when they shut it down, they let them all out into town. And now most of them are on town council. I don't know, anybody else, who has kids here? Well, I would imagine everybody's got kids if it's a dance fundraiser. Do you have kids? How many kids? 2 kids? How about you? 3? Boys, girls? You can think about it? Both. Boys, girls, both. But there's 3. I'm lucky. Oh, well, good luck to you. I've got 3 daughters. Very, very fortunate to have 3 daughters. And you know what they say, when you have a guy who has 3 daughters, what's the first thing you need to do? A vasectomy. That's the first thing you go out and get once you have that 3rd daughter, because nothing says I don't want to have any more kids like having somebody cut your junk open and start clipping wires. Right? Hurry up, I don't want to have another one. And it's funny too, because when they grow up, you know, little girls, they're great, but once they become teenagers, everything that you used to love, now you hate, right? Like teeny bikinis, used to love teeny bikinis, now I hate them. Tight yoga pants, I used to love tight yoga pants. Now with 2 teenage daughters, I hate them. Another thing, all teenage boys, hate them. In fact, we were just on a cruise earlier in the year, and it was the weirdest thing. The first time one of my daughters got hit on, and I saw it, and it was, you know, she was talking to these boys, and then afterwards I said, what were they talking to you about? She said, oh, they invited me to the team dance on the ship. There's a team dance tonight. So I went back to our cabin, and I was sitting there for a minute, and I picked up the phone and tracked him down, and I went into full Liam Neeson from Taken. I don't know who you are, but I will find you, and I will kill you. Oh, so I'm a student here at Leo's Comedy School. Thank you, thank you. It's a lot of fun, Although I'm failing out of Leo's Comedy School. Leo had to call my mother. You know, she gets on, then she calls me, you're not taking it serious enough. It's comedy school. You always want to be the class clown. So, now I got my mother's disappointed. You know, you try to do something new, you disappoint your mother. Oh, what else is new? Anybody here, there's that new 50 Shades of Grey? They're going to do a movie, 50 Shades of Grey? Brad, you must have seen it. No, not yet? Well, remember they had those books. There were 3 books for that 50 Shades of Grey series. And then I found out my mother was reading them. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, she tells me, you know, I read the first 2 books, but I don't think I'm going to read the 3rd one because it's disgusting. I said, it takes 1,000 pages of lady porn for her to figure out it's disgusting. Then, you know, now when this movie comes out, I'm moving out of the house. Because when my wife was reading those books, it was like living with a wild animal in the house. A horny, wild animal. It was ridiculous. But before I wrap up here, I have one joke. We had a homework assignment that I didn't do. I didn't hand it in. So I'm going to tell Leo my homework assignment. We had to write some jokes about hookers. So, right? It shouldn't be that hard. Wrote some jokes about hookers. My best one was, what's the difference between calling a hooker and calling your insurance company? Doesn't matter. You're getting fucked either way. Thank you very much.
All our students will be receiving a diploma at the end of the show. Put on the hand of Chris Gibb. Give him a hand. He's talking about hookers and, I don't know, women in general. What does a woman and a hurricane have in common?